Hey folks, back with another little video. This time, a little sword. This is the Iron Tiger Forge Black Sharisaya Tanto, which is no longer a Tanto. I converted it about 2 years ago using some hardware that I had from an old Hanwei Practical Wakizashi. So this is a hybrid between the two. It's a Hanwei Practical Wakizashi and an Iron Tiger Sharisaya, Black Sharisaya Tanto. Still retains the Black Sharisaya scabbard, but again, I've furnished it with the koshire from a Hanwei Practical Wakizashi, which is nothing very fancy, hence the name Practical. It's kind of a suede material that's starting to show its age a little bit. It's a simple iron koshire, a very simple plain fuchi, and an equally simple and plain suba. I also reused the seppa from said Hanwei Practical Wakizashi, which I don't have anymore. However, I did have the parts. I had it all kicking around. I decided why not. So again, without any further ado, let's pull it out of here and have a look at the nasty end of this Tanto. And there she is in all her glory. So again, this is the Iron Tiger Forge Sharisaya Tanto. I just did a little looking on the internet, and like a lot of my swords in my collection, no mention of this thing anywhere. So I cannot tell you what the steel is, though I do recall it being a folded steel, and I also recall this being a very cheap Tanto, like sub $40 US. Maybe 50 bucks Canadian I paid for this back in the day. It wasn't very expensive. Might have been less than that, I can't recall, and I can't find any information about it. I do have a tape measure, so the blade length from the habaki is 11 inches exactly. 12 if I take in the habaki. 1 foot on the nose. Again, not as it came, but the Hanwei Practical Wakizashi handle is 6 inches with a grip length of about 5 inches by the time I take out the fuchi and the koshire. Don't know its weight, not sure on its composition, although, like I said, if you look closely, you can see some nice hada. Hada being that wood grainy pattern that you might be able to make out on. Keep trying to get the phone to zoom to focus. I don't know if it's coming out very well. There is a nice pattern to it. I also recall when it came very dirty, oxidized. Took a lot of polishing and a lot of elbow grease to get it to shine up, but it did. No secondary bevel. Still no secondary bevel on it. Just a nice profile. It not really a flat, kind of an overall apple seed shape to the entirety of the grind. It has a fuller. Obviously you can see there's a fuller that runs almost the full length of the blade there. Brass habaki, brass seppa, your standard affair for a Japanese Tanto. Also, I should mention, when I did dismantle it, the Nakago, or the tang inside the handle, was really wide. I do recall having to put it on a belt sander and thin out the Nakago considerably to get the Practical Wakizashi handle to accept it. But once it did, it accepted it fine. There's no epoxies or anything like that. A little bit of wobble to the Suba guard once I installed it all, but hey. Anyway, as we do with all these sessions, I took it out to the backyard, took it out to the stump, and ran it through some bottles for you guys, including a 2-liter Coke bottle that was about the width of the blade, so hope you appreciate that cut. Anyway, here's that cutting session right now. It's time. It's the Iron Tiger Forge Black Sharisaya Tanto with Hanwei Practical Wakizashi handle in Suba. Nice little cut. Let's try that. try it. So yeah, as you can see, holds its own on those nasty Gatorade bottles. I whacked it into the stump once there. Otherwise, pretty impressed. Not a bad cutting session. I don't know if I've ever given it a full cutting session, to be honest. Maybe when I first bought it. If you jump in your Wayback Machine and go through the Waybacks of my videos, you should see an old video, 2015, when I first got this thing, when it was a Sharisaya. I still do have the Sharisaya handle in there somewhere. But anyway, short review of a short Tanto. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more. As always, thanks for watching, folks. Bye.